Hello my dear students, welcome back to the classroom. Now in this class particularly what we are going to talk about, we'll be discussing about the operations management, the basic terminologies or the basic terms or the introduction what you can say. So क्या होता है operations management, about the basic terms. Now moving on to next. So what you guys can do, you guys can basically simply pick up any of the things which are around you. कुछ भी आपके आसपास है उसको उठा लीजिए. Come on, go ahead. That can be a pen, that can be a pen, that can be a watch, that can be your specs, that can be... Keep that into your hand. अबे हाथ में रखो. Now, look at this very carefully. There was a kind of input, the thing which you are holding into your hand, just like this, it's a marker. So this is the final output. It's the final output. There are various inputs which are involved, which have been turned in order to make this finished product. The whole study of converting the inputs to outputs is known as operations management. इतनी सी बात है बस. Yes. Basically the phenomena which turns the inputs into outputs is known as operations management. The very simple definition. And who is basically going to look after it? What are going to be the consequences? What are the each and every term that we are going to discuss in this class about the basic things? And do you guys remember when you people were over there into your 11th or 12th class? I don't know which kind of basically whether your school basically provides that or not, but we people used to visit Mother Dairy Factory, right? So what happens over there? You people used to look after that. Yes, this is the process that how Mother Dairy used to prepare milk, right? Now in today's class what I'll tell you that how basically Amul, the taste of India, दिन की शुरुआत अमूल से ही तो होती है. अमूल से या मदर डेयरी से या वो देसी डेयरी से. That basically begins with the milk products, right? Your day gets started with milk products. Now we are going to basically look after that how Amul prepares ice cream. That is going to be one of the parts of our classroom. Now moving on to class. बहुत time waste हो गया, चलो जल्दी से class पे चलते हैं. Now this is going to be your topic, that is going to be operations management. Now if I talk about what is operations management, then beta operations management basically means operations management is termed as turning management of a part of organization responsible for producing goods and services. So there is particularly a part in the organization which used to look after it. And if I tell you guys about that, okay, please hold on. Beta, if it comes to an organization, they tend to have different departments. They have finance, they have accounts, they have taxation, they have HR department, they have admin department. Just like that, there's a department for operations management. Now, moving on to next. So, this is basically the core definition which comes to have operations management. So, first of all, if you want to understand operations management, you must have, first of all, you should have a clear idea about operating system. Now, what is operating system? Sir, where are you? Beta, in your examination, you will not be getting a question on your teacher. You will be getting questions on this part which we are writing. Right? Now, this is operating system. Now, what is operating system? ये तो हमने कभी सुना नहीं. Sir, operating system is like the one which we are having into our mobile phones, iOS, or what is the Android version, I don't know, which is running on. So, what is the operating system? Operating system is basically configuration of resources. Or you can make it easily like combination of resources combined for producing goods and services. Producing goods or services. So can I say like that can I say like that operations system is a part of operations management? Can I say like that? That is a part of organization, right? It's a part of organization, or you can say it's a department. Whereas operating system is a particular system in which we used to combine the resources for producing goods or services. Now, moving on to the next thing. Look over here. Let me give you an example. Beta, there's a hospital. Or else, let us take any other example. Let me take a taxi service. Let me take another example. So there are various examples when it comes to the operating systems, right? There are many examples. So let us take it as a tailor. So what tailor does? A customer approaches a tailor. This customer used to give him a cloth. Now this tailor basically uses some kind of physical resources and converts this input using physical resources into a properly made suit or a shirt or a trouser, whatever that is required. He has made that kind of output to satisfy customer wants, just to satisfy his customer. So can I say that this is an operating system? क्या ये एक operating system है? Is it an operating system? Yes, please. Okay, look at the definition again. Resources combined for producing goods or services. Look over here. Resources are combined. Physical resources are combined belonging to your company, and inputs are combined belonging to your company, and output is basically prepared. Why it is prepared? To satisfy the customer. So is it an operating system? Yes, it's an operating system. Okay, how many of you know about Domino's? Domino's देखा है? Definitely देखा ही होगा. Now, moving on to next, better Domino's tend to have a kind of input. What is that? That is pizza base. Right. After that, they used to add on a lot of other resources as well. They used to have a person who is making pizza for you. And finally, that is going to give you an output. You guys know about ice cream? आइसक्रीम कैसे बनती है सर? ये आज की क्लास में दिखाऊंगा. That how ice cream is made. After that, you guys will never basically forget about anything. Now, moving on to next. So, sir, as we are talking about operations management, OM, operations management, not OM. Yeah, for operations management, definitely why operations management is there? There should be some kind of objectives of operations management. Why a company will do operations management? There should be some kind of objectives which are concerned. Okay. Now, before proceeding further, let me show you something. Now, beta, I am taking you to Amul factory where basically ice creams are manufactured. Right? Ice creams are manufactured. So, hope you guys are getting voice. If you are not getting any kind of voice, relax. कोई tension वाली बात नहीं है. Right? Now, so beta, okay, perfectly fine. Now, let's go over there.
See how Amul makes so nutritive and tasty ice creams for India.
The journey of ice cream begins from the milk farms, literally at the grassroots level.
Absolutely. This is one of the many special dairy farms promoted by Amul.
Amul ensures the hygienic handling of milk right from the milking. It has installed special milking stations at these dairy farms. Milking machines are used to reduce human contact.
Next, this milk is pumped from milking machines to specially...
Did you guys see that they just got the input, right? Input ले लिया बेटा, right? So there were machines for basically getting the milk from for cow or buffalo, whatever the requirement is, right? Now they are going to basically store it. Use of physical resources.
Design temperature-controlled storage tanks.
Amul facilitates the quality check equipments at these special dairy farms. A designated officer checks the quality and quantity.
Next, the officer takes milk samples from the tank following a standard sampling procedure. After sample process, he pumps the milk from the tank to transportation tanker.
This is very special. I can say Amul is a cow-to-cone organization which has its own milk procurement system, unlike many other companies. Amul collects around 20 million liters milk from dairy farmers every day through specially designed temperature.
So did you guys basically see it was 20 million liters of milk which Amul collects every day, right?
Control tankers.
Every day, 17 Amul ice cream plants situated across India welcome these milk tankers, and where it is processed into ice cream in various flavors to serve hundreds of millions of Indians.
That's incredible. Next, as soon as tankers reach plant, sample from each tanker is taken by trained staff and it is sent for quick analysis at most sophisticated Amul lab situated inside the plant.
There, lab scientists analyze these, and after ascertaining quality parameters, they give green signal to unload the milk. Milk station in charge breaks the seals, and milk tankers are then connected to milk station in no time.
After all, time is most critical in milk industry. Next, milk is then pumped to huge raw milk storage silos for further processing. Amul has many highly sophisticated processing plants which have capacity of millions of liters of milk to process every day.
After filtration to remove physical, chemical and bacterial impurities, this milk now travels to automatic separators. In these separators, milk churns at very high speed.
So this is basically the department which is responsible for producing milk when it comes to Amul, or for producing ice creams. Then what happens over there? Can I say that this is operating system? Can this be basically termed as operating system? How sir, kaise? Beta, the operating system, what is operating system? Where resources are combined for producing goods or services, right? So that is operating system, right? Moving on to next.
At very high speed, due to the centrifugal force, heavy particles of milk like SNF and fat in form of cream is separated from the milk. I can say washing machines at home works on similar principle.
I'm impressed by your knowledge. It shows you studied physics very well.
Let's come back to the process. This separated cream is then stored at a temperature less than 10 degrees centigrade in the buffer cream storage tanks. From here, cream goes for further processing in ice cream section.
From buffer tanks, cream is brought here and is balanced, preheated and then kept into mixing tank, waiting for other ingredients to come.
Dry ingredients like sugar.
Right. So whatever the milk that is basically supplied to your home, from that Amul basically takes the cream. Cream तो होती नहीं है उसके अंदर, वो तो पहले ही निकाल देता है. क्या तो रहे और तुम लोग मजे से दूध पी रहे हो. Now,
and stabilizers are filtered through fine mesh. These, along with dairy ingredients, are basic ingredients to prepare ice cream mix. Sugar not only sweetens ice cream, but it also lowers its melting point. Fats.
So now the next thing is basically there's a process. बेटा समझ में आ रहा है कुछ ठीक है. Now basically I do have a lot of students with me who will basically get bored looking at the video. Now what you guys can basically do, you guys can skip the video now, right? Those who want to continue, they can, but rest of you can skip the video and move on to the topic.
Are responsible for creamy texture.
Mix is heated to 60 to 70 degrees Celsius so the dry ingredients blend easily. Two types of basic mixes, white and chocolate, are prepared in two separate vats. In chocolate mix, high quality cocoa powder is added in the milk cream mix.
Next, the mix goes through fine meshes for filtration. Mix is pasteurized in order to avoid any kind of physical or bacterial impurities which might come along with the ingredients.
Now, ice cream mix is homogenized at a very high pressure to decrease the milk fat globule size to form a better emulsion. It makes uniform, smoother, richer and creamier palatable ice cream.
Samples are taken from this mix for lab analysis before keeping it for aging for minimum 4 to 6 hours at around 5 degrees centigrade.
Aging is always graceful. Aging of mixed crystallized and hydrate protein stabilizers is necessary for consistent mix.
Meanwhile, mix is being aged. High quality nuts and dry fruits like cashew, almonds are prepared for garnishing the ice cream. dry fruits are crushed into small pieces by a machine. An alert metal detector keeps a close watch for any foreign material in nuts and fruits.
Next, these crushed dry fruits and nuts are spread uniformly in trays. Trays are gently placed in dry air oven to roast them. These roasted nuts make a happy combination with ice cream.
Now let's visit the real happening area. From a control room, processing line where yummy ice creams are made is controlled through a computer system.
Wow, I'm amazed to see this neat and clean production line.
Twice a day, the whole plant is cleaned and is known as CIP. Next, according to the formulation and recipe colors, flavors and fruit pulps are added to the flavor mixing tanks called as FMT. From FMT, the mix travels to continuous freezing system.
Here, water in the mix gets frozen and air is mixed into the emulsion with agitation. Amount of air added to the ice cream is called overrun. Overrun helps to make ice cream soft after freezing. The mix is transformed into a flowable mixture at -4 to -6 degrees centigrade.
This special combination ice cream is made with crunch, yummy choco biscuits, which are fed in the feeder. To make bottom layers of the sandwich ice cream, the biscuits are spread on the moving conveyor belt with precision and in harmony by the feeder.
You guys must have heard about there's an ice cream sandwich. एक ice cream sandwich आता है. This is all about that how that is made. So that basically there are a couple of biscuits in which the basically vanilla ice cream is fitted. So this is how ice cream sandwich is made.
Ice cream mix is set for its final transformational journey. The white mix, which is in vanilla flavor, is pumped directly from continuous freezing system into ice cream feeder over the moving conveyor. Feeder presses flowable ice cream and an auto arm with a wire knife cuts the ice cream in measured quantity.
To give a finishing touch to the sandwich ice cream, another layer of biscuits is neatly arranged automatically on moving ice cream bar. Everything works in such harmony and discipline. I am amazed.
Now, army of the sandwich ice cream goes inside hardening tunnel.
Got it? Now, got it? समझ में आया? थोड़ा. Now, moving on to next bit of why Amul is doing such kind of things. Why Amul is doing such kind of things? We have seen Amul Dairy. So why Amul is doing such kind of things? Just because the customer remains happy, the customer remains satisfied. Right? If the customer is not happy, will you be able to grow your business? क्या आप अपना business कभी grow कर पाओगे? No. You want to be able to grow your business. So the very first objective of operations management is customer service. That is customer service. The very first objective of operations management. So customer service, that is for satisfaction of wants of customer. For satisfaction of wants of customer. What the customer basically wants, his wants are satisfied. Customer basically needs an ice cream. You have given him an ice cream, that is perfectly fine. His wants are satisfied. Right. So each and every kind of satisfaction has been measured when it comes to operations management. It has been measured in cost and timing. Cost and timing. I'm going to show you a table. Right. So I'm going to show you a table in which we will basically study in detail that how each and every factor related to business is explained or is counted in cost and timing. So customer service is basically the primary objective of customer service. Primary objective of customer service is the primary objective of customer services providing the right thing at right thing at right time at right place. So this is primarily the objective of customer service. Beta, if I tell you that it's hot summer, right? And what I'm giving you a kind of jacket to wear. What you will tell me? Sir, pagal ho kya? It's like it's too much cold. it's too much cold and I'm giving you an ice cream to eat. Let's have an ice cream. Pagal wagal ho kya? Right? Sir, are you okay? Sir, what is that? Right? So it's too hot outside. I'm giving you a cup of tea. Let's have a cup of tea. What the client will say? The client will say like, pagal wagal hai, iske office nahi jaunga aaj ke baad. Right? Now, this is all about customer service. So, principal customer, what it wants and what are basically the primary considerations. So, beta, when it comes to this table, what you have to basically figure out that what principal customer wants, what are the needs of a particular customer. Right? So, first of all, the goods, whatever he has requested, what should be given. Goods of specification which he has requested. Only those goods are going to be served. Nothing else. Let me show you something else as well. So where we are over here at the Domino's. Okay, chalo batao jaldi se. Kya khaoge? I'll go for a veg pizza. Okay, we'll go for a veg pizza. We are going to view all. Now, moving on to next, what are the veg pizzas available? So I'm going to have a peppy paneer. Okay, we are going to order a peppy paneer. But now we are ordering a peppy paneer, right? So can Domino's send us, in spite of peppy paneer, can Domino's basically forward anything else? If Domino's is going to tell us, sir, you have ordered a peppy paneer pizza, why don't you take rajma chawal? Why don't you take rajma rice? Will you accept it? No, you will not accept it. So the primary consideration is whatever the customer has basically said, you are going to deliver that thing only. You are going to deliver that thing only. Goods should be given of requested or acceptable specification. First of all, now after that, if you are going to deliver the goods, right, first of all, you have to basically mention the purchase price and what was your cost. How you are going to basically find out the selling price. Selling price is going to be, let me tell you a very simple formula. Cost price plus profit is going to be your selling price. Right? What was the cost price of Domino's and how much time they are going to take for time delivery delay for order or receipt to receive goods. That means 30 minutes time is given by Domino's. 30 minutes time. Right? So when it comes to manufacture, these are the two things involved. When it comes to transport, what will happen after placing a particular order? The Domino's will basically send a guy who is going to deliver that to me. Domino's will send somebody who is going to deliver the order at my address. So movement of given, accepted or acceptable specification. Now goods are being moved. अब वो Domino's वाला बंदा वहां से goods लेके निकल जाएगा. Now the things are the cost of the movement. The person who is going to deliver the goods at my address, beta वो free नहीं है. The boy who is going to deliver the pizza at my address, that is not free. He is going to charge you something. Now what are the charges? That is the cost of the movement. Right? How much time he is going to take and how much weight will be over there. Or is there any kind of delay? बारिश वारिश होती है if you basically see like the weather is not too good. Or if you have basically given a bulk order, the 30 minutes phenomena is not going to apply. Right? Now about the supply. Again, the goods which I have basically requested or I have specified, they are only acceptable. Right? When it comes to cost, the purchase price again, that how much is the price and what is going to be the timing from supply point of view. Previously, we have taken this from manufacturer point of view. For manufacturing or for supply, both of them are different things. Then it's service. Treatment of a specific acceptable specification. Now let us suppose I have ordered something else and they have served a pizza mania. Will I accept it? I am not going to accept it anyhow. Now moving on to next. So how they are going to treat their customer? If my order gets delayed beyond 30 minutes, how they are going to deal with it? If they what they are going to do, whether they are going to replace it or else they are going to refund my money, what they will do, right? If they are going to replace it, then again the transport charges are going to apply. अगर बेटा देखो simple सी बात है, if that person who has delivered the pizza at my address and I have filed a complaint that your pizza is not up to the mark, right? The pizza is not good. What they will do, they will immediately send another person. That person is going to take pizza from my home and he's going to give me another pizza, right? So that will include transport cost, that will include the manufacture cost as well. So the cost of the treatment, and that is also going to take my time as well. How much time you are going to take for the required treatment? If you are going to treat the goods, how you are going to do that? How much is the wait or delay time? Okay, how much is the wait or delay time? It's not like that कि मैंने बोला पिज्जा खराब है वो हाथ के हाथ गेट के बाहर लेके आ जाएगा. नहीं, he is going to take some time, right? Now, moving on to next. This was all about customer satisfaction. The second objective of operations management is resource utilization. Resource utilization. So if I talk about resource utilization, what does that mean? Another major objective of business. So you should basically utilize your resources more efficiently, as much as efficiently you can. Let me tell you how. Beta, there are two students. This student used to study 4 hours and this student used to study 6 hours. Who is taking out the phenomena? Who is taking out the whole input? That means you have 24 hours in a day. Who is working more efficiently? So second student. That means student B is working more efficiently. Just like that, Patanjali is moving more efficiently these days. They are giving you things at a cheap price. Now, let me tell you how. So, resource utilization, if I'm going to talk about this. So, this is one of the another major objectives. How we are going to write it? Utilize resources. Utilize resources for satisfaction of customer. For satisfaction of customer wants effectively. So you are going to satisfy your customer effectively, right? By obtaining maximum effect. By obtaining maximum effect of resources or minimizing their loss, and whatever the loss which is expected, you are going to minimize the loss, and moreover you are going to maximize the effect of the resources, that you are going to use your resources into up to the maximum limit. Okay, so loss, waste, underutilization. Sir, what is underutilization? Beta, let us suppose there's a machinery. Your company basically got a machine. आपकी कंपनी ने एक मशीन ली. Machine is named as X. The machine can produce 1000 units per day. Machine can produce 1000 units, but you require only 15. Your company require only 500. So you are working at 50% capacity. This is also going to be one of our topics. ये भी एक topic है हमारा. आगे चल के पता चलेगा. Right? This is resource utilization. Now, resource utilization basically serves a couple of objectives when it comes to operations management. So there are twin objectives of operations management. If I talk about customer service, right, that means you are going to provide adequate level of customer service. If your customer service is not good, let me tell you, the client people are not going to approach you. So I have ordered something at Domino's. After ordering something at Domino's, beta, agar pizza kharab aata hai, and if I am going to tell them the pizza is like, seems like it's not good. कुछ अलग सा टेस्ट आ रहा है उसके अंदर. The vegetables are not proper or something is not good. I basically give them a call and I have basically informed them that these things are not good. Domino's ने कहा जा कर ले जो कर सकता है. मैं नहीं पिज्जा बदलूंगा. So is this what kind of customer service is this? What kind of customer service is this? Right? कैसी customer service है ये? This is not a good customer service. Now after that, by how that customer service can be made good, can be made adequate, by providing goods with right specification at right cost at right time. So if that person from Domino's delivers to me the right pizza, if I am going to tell you right pizza, that means the pizza which I have ordered, that is right, and that has been delivered in 30 minutes, plus the cost was right, the amount, the rupees, that was also right. That means the amount which has been charged, that was also right. For a 500 or 700 rupees pizza, they cannot charge 1000 rupees. So right, customer service objective. Right, now moving on to next, the next is resource utilization objective. Now what is that objective? To achieve adequate level of resource utilization. That means you are going to achieve the agreed level of utilization of material, machine and labor, whatever the kind of physical inputs your company do have, you are going to utilize them up to 100%. ऐसा नहीं करना है कि आपको क्या कर रहे हो, आप बहुत कम लेवल पे उसको ऑप्टिमाइज यूटिलाइज कर पा रहे हो. यू आर गोइंग टू यूटिलाइज अप टू द मोस्ट एफिशिएंट. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट, अगली बात पे चलते हैं. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट, शुड आई गो अहेड? प्लीज पॉज ओवर हियर, प्लीज पॉज. नाउ what is going to be the scope of operations management? Scope of operations management. So if I talk about scope, you guys know that what is operations management? Operations management is all about converting the input into output. It's all about conversion of inputs into outputs. How you are going to use it? You are going to use some kind of physical resources. And why you are doing it? To satisfy customer. To satisfy your customer. Right? Got it? So beta, if I tell you that there are two companies, a company is named as Dabur or a company named as Patanjali. Who is satisfying the customer more efficiently? कौन अच्छे से satisfy कर पा रहा है? सर इस टाइम पे तो बाबा रामदेव यही satisfy कर पा रहे हैं. That means they are working more efficiently. Right? Operations management is totally different from other functions like marketing, finance, HR. Right? So there are some kind of activities which are listed under operations management. Let me tell you what kind of activities which are over there. Or you can say there are some kind of functions which are performed. Functions listed under production and operations management. Operations management. Now moving on to next. So these are the functions which are over there listed under operations management. Right? Now what are those functions? First of all, location of facilities. Facilities over here beta means factory. Your facility over here, till the time you are not going to cover the chapter with me, this means factory. What is going to be your location of your factory? Where you are going to basically make your factory. Whether that is going to be in Kanyakumari, that is going to be in Jammu Kashmir, it is going to be in India, outside India, into an SEZ area, or any other kind of area. Where it is going to be. What is going to be the layout? That means what is going to be the design of your factory or your plant, and how you are going to handle the materials. ये सब बातें हम वहीं जाके करेंगे. This is basically can be termed as a whole class will be given on these kind of topics. How you are going to handle a material. Let us suppose your company has department X, then Y, then Z, then A. A material is required to be made over here. This is the first number, then it's second, then it's third, then it's fourth. Right? This is going to be the sequence that how these things are going to work. So when it comes to X, after that goods will be sent over there, and after that goods from here will be sent over here. Then this is going to work, and from Z again it is going to send to exit gate. So this is totally a hodgepodge, right? So how you are going to basically handle the material handling? Whatever the input which is made by X shall be given to A. X के बाद कौन आ रहा है? E के पास आएगा. From input, for traveling of input from over here to here, this is going to involve cost, and as well as it is going to involve money also, cost and time also, right? If I tell you making input in Delhi is required to be transported to transport to Bangalore, the second unit in Bangalore that is going to make it, and after that will be given to Maharashtra, that is going to involve a lot of time. क्या कर रहे हो, है ना? ऐसा नहीं होता है ना? Now, after that, product design. How you are going to design your product. So, you guys basically have seen there are various products. When it comes to car, when it comes to FMCG, or when it comes to IT products, they do have a different design. So, what kind of design you are going to give your customers? How the process is going to design. So what is process? Beta, process till now is basically only a set of activity. So set of activity, what is set of activity? How you are going to design the set of activities which are going to take place. अच्छा, आपने देखा है कभी process दिखाऊं? चाय बनाते हो? You people tend to make tea. So what happens over there? That is also a process. एक वीडियो दिखाऊंगा आगे चल के. So that is also a process. How that is, first of all, you people used to make, I'm not talking about that machine. No. So what I'm talking about, that first of all, you need to add some water. After that, right? After that, some basically, milk is added on, right? After that, you basically, right? अच्छा, देसी वाले पे आते हैं. फिर तुम लोग क्या करते हो? You used to add sugar, or whatever is there, any kind of list of the things which are required, and after that you tend to add or elaichi or whatever the stuff that is, and after that at the end you used to add that tea, right? So this is basically a process. Process involves a kind of set of activities. What is the very first activity? The first activity is turning on the burner, or if that is an electrical burn, turning on the switch. After that you are going to add some water. That is the first activity. अभी आप क्लास लेने के लिए आए. So first of all, what you have done, you have basically opened your laptop, right? You have started it, you have connected it to internet, or if that is on pen drive mode as well. So what you have done, you have basically plugged in the pen drive, right? So that is a process. After that, what you have done, you have opened your book, you have opened your registers. Now the things are ready. So that is also a process. चलें आगे. चलो. Now, the next is production and planning control. How that control is basically done. कैसे आप control करोगे production को? If I tell you that my demand of my company is 500 units, 500 unit की मेरी demand है, 5000 unit बना दूं क्या? Will I make it? No. Not advisable. And how I'm going to plan my production? Beta, as we were talking about Amul ice cream. Sir, there are various other ice creams available. Magnum, Amul, the taste of India. Bharat mein rehte ho tum log. Chalo. Amul ice cream, if I talk about them, the demand for ice creams is too much. When it comes to summers. But when it comes to winters, there is not that much demand. So how you are going to control your production? Right? Oh, where it is. Now, moving on to next is quality control. How the quality can be controlled? Right? How the quality can be controlled? What are the things which can be made in order to control the quality? And how you are going to manage your material. That means whatever the physical inputs that you have, how you are going to manage them. Or whatever basically the things, when it comes to a tailor or whether it comes to Domino's, the people tend to have some kind of physical resources which are available within their company. How you are going to manage them? Now this is maintenance management or preventive maintenance, which we are going to learn later on. Now what is that? Beta, you must have seen visiting public urinals or public washrooms. You must have seen outside them you will see a chart. A chart is written over there that this is required to be cleaned 4 times a day. So that is the preventive maintenance. आप लोगों के पास गाड़ी है, बाइक है, स्कूटी है, कुछ भी अगर है, then you used to go on service. What is that service? This is preventive maintenance or maintenance management. हाँ, इतना आसान है सब कुछ. हाँ, बस सर्विस करनी नहीं है, करवानी है. And this service is going to be. Now, अरे क्या हुआ? परेशान हो गया? क्यों परेशान हो गए, क्या हुआ? Sir, this basically operations management we are learning, but this basically looks like production management. It looks like it is production. Okay. Let me tell you that basically what is the difference between both of them. Right. So production management is basically used on tangible goods. Let me give you a difference between. Pareshan mat ho. This is basically which is used in tangible goods. Operations management is something which is basically where intangible services are given. Services are every time intangible, na beta? Services are cannot be basically touched, or that you cannot feel them. But goods are something which you can basically feel them. And there are intangible services as well. Now, moving on to next, let me give you one more difference between. So, okay, there is nothing like that you are going to basically like, कुछ भी हो पूछ लिया करो, कोई टेंशन वाली बात नहीं है. Now, the next thing is, if I talk about the production management, production basically is a step before, after that operations management comes. Or operational management, operations management, whatever you want to call. So, production management is precedent. Production management is precedent to operational management, and operational management is succeedent to production management. This is again one more difference, right? So there are a couple of difference which you guys have at present, that when it comes to operations management, that it covers intangible services and this covers only tangible goods. So they are basically, it's a process where inputs are converted into tangible goods, and it's a process of in operations management where inputs are converted into intangible services. So once you guys will pass and you will be working upon operations management. So if I tell you about a kind of services, example hospital, beta, if I tell you about hospital is operations management or production management? बताओ जल्दी से, क्या है ये दोनों में से? Hospital, operations management. Okay. Coaching class is operations management or production management? Sir, it's again operations management. Okay. Amul Dairy. Okay, what is this? Production or operations? Sir, it's all about goods. Milk is goods. Okay, great. So such kind of things are going to be there. It's really simple. Yes. Now, moving on to next. Let me tell you a few things about business these days. So, beta, at this situation, every business at today's era is looking forward to gain competitive advantage. Now, what is competitive advantage, sir? Can you please tell us? Competitive advantage is something which a person has and other competitor does not have. Just like Apple iPhone. Apple iPhone में क्या है? They have operating system as iOS, whereas rest of the mobile phones are operating on Android, right? They are operating on Android. Now, every business is making a hard fight to gain the competitive advantage. If I tell you about Patanjali is giving Ayurvedic touch into FMCG, whereas none of others are giving that. So Patanjali gains a competitive advantage, right? After that, the things are like previously what happened that I'm not basically that much familiar about those kind of things. But what happened that Taj Mahal basically started getting a yellowish shade. Why? Because of a refinery which was situated in Mathura. So what happened over there? That business at today's era are more striving towards to be eco-friendly. You guys know about CNG cars, CNG buses. You know about CNG2 vehicles. You basically know about electrical cars or electrical vehicles, right? So these are the things which businesses are basically striving through. Now, moving on to next. ये समझ में आया? चलें आगे. Now, there are some kind of trends. What are the recent trends? If we talk about what are the recent trends in production or operations management, beta, this is basically your last topic. The very first point is global marketplace. global marketplace. So what is global marketplace? Because at present scenario, every company, if we talk about any of the companies, every company wants to be international. Every company wants to be globalized. Everyone wants to be at an international level, just like McDonald's. Everyone. Baba Ramdev is also nationalized. Baba Ramdev is also nationalized. He's also globalized. So his business is also globalized. Now, what you can write over there? The globalization of business has compelled many companies, not companies, write it as many firms or many business to have operations in many countries, So the company is not going to have business in their home country. They are going to have their business in other countries as well. Right? अपनी ही country में नहीं, बहुत सारी countries के अंदर they are going to have their business. And this is going to give them economic advantage as well. Economic advantage, how that can be said? Beta, if you are basically manufacturing something in India and you are selling that in US, और यूएस में जाके आप बेचते हो, will that be costly? How, sir? And in spite of that, this is one scenario, and you are manufacturing something in US and you are selling them in US. Which one is going to be costly? कौन सा costly पड़ेगा? Sir, इंडिया से भेजने वाला costly पड़ेगा because of the transportation cost and rest of the things. It is going to take time. अभी तो बताया, supply that involves time, that involves cost. Right? So this is all about the things which you are going to send over there from India that will be costly. So if you are going to set up an industry into US, your product is going to be available at a reasonable price. Right? And this economic advantage has increased the competition. Has increased the competition among manufacturers. Throughout the world. You guys know about Alibaba, Walmart, rest of the things. A lot of things are over there. If we talk about Amazon, Flipkart, Jabong, Myntra, eBay, Paytm, a lot of things are over there. So everybody, just because of this globalization, the competitors are basically increased. And if the competition is increased, it is going to give you guys a benefit. तुम लोगों को benefit मिलने वाला है. कैसे? Beta, if one person is selling a particular thing at 1,000 rupees, other is going to sell at 900. तो किस पे जाओगे? 900 वाले पे. Right? Now, moving on to, so competition basically benefits the customers. The second point is production / operations strategy. If I tell you guys about, so if the cost price is less, then the sales price will be less. बोलो बेटा, अगर cost price कम है तो sales price भी कम होगा, और selling price is also going to be less. And the cost price can be reduced by adopting a proper operations or production strategy. Right? Now, strategy is necessary for overall business strategy. Right? So, production and operation strategy is necessary for overall business strategy. If your business wants to grow, you should have a production strategy, because having a production strategy is going to reduce your product price, is going to give quality products to the customer, and the customer will be happy. Then it's TQM. TQS nahi, it's TQM. TQS is basically into apparels, na? Total Quality Management. So this is going to be our topic, and we are going to spend the whole, one class on this topic as well. For the time being, you can note it as TQM is basically an approach to adopt a never-ending quest for quality of goods and services. Quality of goods and services. Whatever the goods, whatever the services which your company has, okay, whatever you are providing, you are going to improve the quality. You are going to improve the quality. The quality should be improved, like the process, the basically improve करने का जो process है, that is not going to be never ending. If you were providing quality, let us take it as if unit and quality was previously which you were providing as was 1, then you have increased 2, 3, 4. कहता बढ़ते ही जाना है, आगे बढ़ते ही जाना है, रुकना नहीं है. ठीक है? This is all about TQM. Right? TQM देख लिया. चलें. Now the next is about flexibility. How the flexibility is going to take place. The flexibility is all about ability to adapt changes quickly. Ability to adapt changes quickly. Right? As per volume of demand. As per volume of demand. This is also known as sometimes agile manufacturing. Sir, ये सुना है हमने, ये कहाँ सुना है? That was aging. That means storage, agile. This is known as agile manufacturing. So as I told you guys that yes, when it comes to Amul, right, they face basically, when it comes to summers beta, they face huge demand, and when it comes to winters, they face a very low demand. So how they are going to basically adapt towards the low demand and how they are going to adapt towards the high demand? कैसे adapt करोगे आप? How you are going to deal with those things? कैसे? Right? How you are going to deal with those things? कैसे करोगे? This is all about the flexibility. This is one of the recent trends into business these days. Moving on to next. The fifth point is time reduction. Right. So this is all about reduction of manufacturing cycle time. Manufacturing cycle time and speed to market to provide competitive edge. How that is going to be? Example is Domino's. Domino's gives you a pizza in 30 minutes. Yes, Domino's gives you a pizza in 30 minutes. Whereas, let me take any other pizza. तुम लोगों को पता है, there is a pizza company named as XYZ. There is no time limit. Or if the time limit is over there, it is 60 minutes. From where you are going to order pizza, beta? कहाँ से order करोगे? Sir, Domino's. Why? Because the manufacturing cycle time is basically giving them a competitive advantage. Tanananari, और pizza आयो free. 30 minutes में अगर नहीं आता है तो free. right? This is a time reduction strategy. 30 मिनट के अंदर the same strategy is adopted by McDonald's. जाओ बर्गर ये लो, बर्गर ये लो तुरंत हाथ के हाथ. So what is that over there? That is a time reduction strategy. You need not to wait into queues, or you need to basically stand over there. Nah, nothing like that. Right? Things are instantly ready. Things are ready instantly. Right? चलें आगे. Now, moving on to the next point. The next point over here is about point number 6. Point number 6 over here talks about technology. Technology, yes. Advances in technology. Advances in technology over vast array, that means area of products, new processes and new materials, new process, new materials and components. Right, so this is all about the technology. Basically gives a great impact. It gives a great impact on competitiveness and quality. It gives a great impact on competitiveness and quality. If you have technology, so let us move ahead. Let me tell you that let us go to purchase a car. एक कार खरीदने चलते हैं. Will you buy a manual transmission or will you buy a automatic one? Beta, which one you will buy? Sir, definitely automatic one. Why? Because of technology. Technology has advanced. So just like that, you people tend to have classes on whiteboard. देखा? You tend to have classes on whiteboard. ऐसे whiteboard होता है, teacher ऐसे लिखता रहता है, right? Such kind of things are over there. So how those things are going to basically work? Can anyone show you a video over there? Nah, they cannot show. Can they show you like let's go to Domino's quickly? These things cannot be adopted over there. नहीं हो सकती. So what is this? This is technology. Technology has changed, and now you and me, we both are sitting over here. Otherwise, what used to happen at our times? I used to travel 2 hours just to take my taxation class. Tax, हाँ, बहुत तंग करा मेरे को tax ने यार. Now moving on to next point number 7. Point number 7 is about worker involvement. So what is worker involvement over here refers to? That means assigning roles, assigning responsibility on problem solving. Responsibility and problem solving. Problem solving at lower level in organization. So this is basically known as a worker involvement or worker empowerment. So if you are going to basically give them some kind of tasks, so they are also going to show you their motivation, right? They are also going to show their motivation, and they are also going to tell you that yes, we can also do something. But when it comes to marketing, when it comes to basically approaching each and every area, every business at a particular instance is started by some kind of lower level works. कोई बहुत छोटे लेवल से एक टाइम पे एक बिजनेस स्टार्ट होता है, धीरे धीरे बहुत ग्रो कर जाता है. Now what happens that when it comes to, if you want to basically know about the actual demand or actual what customers are thinking about, give some roles to your lower level management, because they are into market, they know about that how the product is going to work. जो लोग actual market में घूम रहे हैं उनसे पूछो ना, they are going to tell you about that this is going to be, this is the problem and this is the master plus point we have. So if I tell you about, if I am into a top level management of which company, of Patanjali, how would I know? How would I know कि product किसको पसंद आ रहा है या नहीं? For that I need to approach customer, or that I need to approach to the consumers as well in order to find out, sir, did you like our product? Is there anything जो आपको पसंद नहीं आ रहा है, कुछ अलग लग रहा है, आपके हिसाब से कैसा होना चाहिए? Right? So that these are the things which are, and I'm not going to involve, these things are required to be find out by the worker. Worker over here means lower level into the organization. Now moving on to next point number 8. Re-engineering. Re-engineering is a topic which we are going to cover at the end. मतलब ये होगा जिस दिन तो उस दिन समझना सिलेबस खत्म. हाँ, re-engineering जिस दिन होगा. हाँ, this basically is not associated with your operations management too much, that you will find in strategic management as well. So re-engineering is basically, it involves breakthrough improvements. It involves breakthrough improvements to improve performance. To improve performance. To improve the performance. Right. So this basically, it's a clean approach of starting from scratch. Starting from scratch. Right. So this is the approach which we are following into our classroom. We are starting each and every concept with the very scratch. While starting class, we basically assume that none of the students know anything about the subject. So what we will be doing, we'll be starting the class with scratch. बिल्कुल scratch से शुरू करेंगे. That is known as re-engineering. जब तुम लोगों को कोई पसंद आता है, अच्छा ये तो बात कर लिया हम लोगों ने, ये तो बात कर लिया हम लोगों ने, ठीक है. Now moving on to next. Moving on to the next point. Please pause over here, beta. Please pause. Now, environmental issues. Environmental issues. In today's scenario, or in today's business, so managers are more concerned about pollution control, and waste disposal. So they are all the time putting efforts, or they are all the time increasing emphasis on reducing waste, or recycling waste, using less toxic metals, or biodegradable material. That means the material which can be recycled. पता ही है, दो टाइप के डस्टबिन होते हैं, एक ग्रीन वाला और एक रेड वाला, ब्लू वाला. Right. So, I mean, the things are like that each and every time the businesses at present, they are striving through so that the waste is going to be minimum. How the waste is that is going to help? Beta, if I tell you that which car you are going to buy in today's scenario, a petrol one or a diesel one? Sir, we are going to buy diesel. It's more efficient. Achha. That is going to cause pollution to the environment. Or if you are going to buy a CNG, कौन सी वाली buy करोगे? अच्छा, so people at present are moving towards CNG. Why? That is not basically harming the environment, and moreover सस्ती भी है. सस्ती है, इंजन की बैंड बज जाती है. अच्छा, ठीक है. So each and every time, not the people will also, the managers which are associated, they are more concerned about the pollution control and waste disposal. If I tell you about, there are some kind of acts which are becoming stringent day by day. Strict होते जा रहे हैं. Water pollution, air pollution, environment pollution. And after that, NGT. You people must have heard about in Delhi. There was one of the approaches which were taken up by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of Delhi. So what was the approach? That was odd even, right? Odd even. The pollution in Delhi where I reside is too much. It's too much. Now moving on to next beta. So every business is moving on to reducing the waste, reducing waste. अरे 2 बार लिख दिया, बताते नहीं हो यार. 2 बार नहीं लिखा. It's reducing and this is recycling. One of them is reducing, next is recycling. Okay. Now, अरे सर ये क्या हुआ था? अरे बड़े बड़े शहरों में छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं, इन बातों पे ध्यान नहीं देते. The next is corporate downsizing. Corporate downsizing, or you can say the right sizing or right sizing. Sir, right sizing means sometimes what happens that you will feel like the corporates are over into obesity. How they are over into obesity? They are writing that kind of projects which are no more profitable for them. कुछ ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स जो उनके लिए बेटा प्रॉफिटेबल नहीं है. नाउ हाउ दे आर गोइंग टू डील विद दैट इज नो मोर फीजिबल. कोई फायदा नहीं है उनको चलाने का, राइट? सो व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू, यू आर गोइंग टू कट डाउन दोस थिंग्स व्हिच आर रिड्यूसिंग योर प्रॉफिट. So what we are going to write down into the explanation. It has forced firms. It has forced firms to shed their obesity. To shed their obesity due to competition. Due to competition, comma, lowering productivity. Sir, productivity कम कर देंगे. Productivity does have a formula. That means in this much amount of inputs, how much output you can produce. That is productivity. Productivity ये नहीं है that how much you are producing. Productivity is all about if you have been given one one mango, out of which how much basically juice, or how much you have been given a particular fruit, out of which how much juice you can generate, right? So one can generate 10 ml, other can generate 20 ml, right? 20 ml. So which one is more beneficial, sir? Which one? The second one who can generate 20 ml वो ज़्यादा beneficial है, right? Corporate downsizing and need for improved profit, and need for improved profit. Now, things are going to be over. एक और पॉइंट करवा दूं लास्ट? नहीं बस. अच्छा ठीक है. We can do basically one more thing. अच्छा ठीक है. Whatever you guys can say, it's over now. Yes, the chapter is over now. Beta, just make sure whatever we have covered, you guys have notes for that, and everything in examination is going to form a part of your notes only. Look at your notes, focus on your notes only. You will hardly find that there is anything in the examination which you guys don't know. You guys can basically, you have covered one chapter with me. This was the very first chapter. You can go back to the things. You can go back to the basically scanner or anything. You can evaluate teacher kitne pani mein hai. Right? You can evaluate that basically each and everything forming to belonging to chapter number 1 was over there into your notes or not. Everything is going to be there. So you guys have to just pay attention towards how much you are getting into your classroom and how much you are grasping, and the things which you are learning, you are noting them down properly. Okay. Now, bye-bye. Take care. Take care of yourself. We'll catch you in next class. Bye. आया थोड़ा समझ में आया?